What's going on, everybody? Nice to be motovlogging again. I'm kind of named this video clearing my head, I think, because this video is going to be more just about me doing some two-wheel therapy, just kind of venting to you guys, getting your guys' opinion and whatnot, and just trying to feel, you know, a little bit less stressed, a little bit more calmed down, just go out and have a nice cruise by the beach. So I thought I would kind of update you guys with where I'm at, where I've been, what I've been doing, what's been going on in my life, and like I said, just vent a little bit and try and clear things up for you guys. I know I don't really post as much as I said I was going to be, and it's kind of for several reasons, which I mean I'll kind of get into right now. Pretty much like the last few weeks / months of my life, I've been dedicated more towards self-improvement in a number of ways. I've been working out 4 to 6 times a week, depending, you know, my schedule fluctuates. I work a lot. I actually worked today already, and it's like day, I don't even know how many in a row, but I work a lot too. So adding working out into my routine every day after work, well, not every day, but most of the days after work, and then also just my my diet has been like super dialed in, mainly like the last month and a half, but I've been working on it for several months now. But I've really got my diet like dialed in now. I've lost about like 12 pounds of fat, but I've also put on some muscle. So I've probably lost, well, I've lost like 12 pounds to put on some muscle, so I've probably lost more fat than that. But I'll kind of get into like what's been going on with my health and why I've been saying, you know, I've been dealing with health issues. So I guess just to get like a little bit more transparent about it and break down exactly kind of what's going on. And I mean, it's one of those things where it is a big deal, but it's also like not like pressingly life-threatening like at the moment. It's more of like a longevity type thing. But basically what happened was near the like middle / end of 2020, I was starting to feel like really lethargic all the time. And I mean like really lethargic. Like the best way that I can like explain it to people is, imagine like you go to work at 6 a.m. and then let's say you leave at 2 p.m. and then on the drive home from work it's 2 p.m. but it feels like it's almost 2 a.m. like you just like stayed up until like, you know, 2 in the morning and you're just like out, like ready to go to sleep. Like you like shut your eyes and you're just done. Like that's how it started to feel. And I couldn't figure out why. I mean, I knew like my diet wasn't that great at the time. I knew I wasn't exercising, but I had never felt like that before. I had also gained like a decent amount of fat for the first time ever. I had never really been like overweight, like higher body fat percentage. I was always really skinny. Like out of high school, I was about like 140 pounds at 18, 5'10" approximately. And, you know, I was skinny, I was lean. And I could eat whatever I want. I was eating whatever I wanted to. It didn't matter. I was just eating pizza, burgers, fast food, whatever, you know, the usual. So I was at like 182 pounds last year, and I even had like a belly too. Like couldn't see my abs at all. And I was like, all right, you know, I gotta start like doing something about this. Like it's getting out of control. I feel like crap all the time. You know, I don't know what's going on. So I just went to my like primary care physician for like the first time in like 2 years, I think, and just got basic blood work done, got a physical, you know, and I was like, okay, so what's up? Basically, when my blood work came back, the main factor of my blood work was that my testosterone levels were like exceedingly low. So just to give you an idea, the reference range for male testosterone levels is 250 nanograms per deciliter to 1100 nanograms per deciliter. It's a pretty big range, right? Like 250 to 1100. And I'll get more into that later, but my levels were literally 250. Now the thing about that is that when I took my blood test, like when they drew my blood, I was fasting, but I got the blood drawn at like 3 p.m. and to get accurate testosterone level readings, you have to get the readings done like early in the morning, like 8 o'clock, you know, preferably, because your what's called diurnal rhythm is like a pulsation of hormones through your body, and your peak testosterone numbers are going to be early in the morning. So I was like, all right, I'll go get my numbers done again, right? So I went in the morning this time, fasting, and I got my blood work back. 450. So 450 is not 250, obviously, it's not that low, but it's on the lower side of the reference range still, and you can experience low testosterone symptoms for various levels. Like some people even under 500 at all, they feel really, really bad. And I was like, whoa, like my levels are really low. So I started getting educated kind of about like what low testosterone is, what it feels like, you know, the effects, the side effects, the treatments. And I just, you know, I started doing research, but I went to a urologist, which is a like specialist, and the urologist was like, yeah, he's like, honestly, I don't think we need to do any treatment. I think you just need to focus on your diet, start exercising, and just get yourself healthy naturally. So like, okay, sounds good to me. So I started exercising, started dieting, right? Lost a good amount of weight, and I felt worse. I was like, dude, like I feel worse now, like because I'm eating less, I'm eating healthier, I'm working out. I already have like no energy as it is, and now I'm supposed to work out without even having the energy to like work out. I'm getting through workouts pretty much just using stimulant laced pre-workout formulas, so like high caffeine levels and things like that, just to be able to give me the energy to get through a workout. Like without that, it's like I can't even work out. I have no energy already, like I want to go to sleep. So I got my blood work done again, and this was after I had, you know, done the diet and exercise, lost some weight, and my testosterone levels had gone down again. So now they went from 450 to like 428, which isn't like a huge drop, but it's a drop. Like I was expecting my testosterone levels to go up, right? I was thinking with the diet and exercise, you know, this is going to boost my testosterone levels naturally. It's going to just give me more energy. It's going to make me feel healthier and everything. So that explains why I felt worse, right? My testosterone levels were even lower, and I was working out without energy and crutching stimulants. So moving on from there, I decided to start doing more independent research. And I came across a company that are called Marek Health, M-A-R-E-K, Marek Health. And they're a telemedicine company, and they specialize in treating just general health and getting your wellness levels and blood markers optimized so that you can be as healthy as possible, pretty much. And they also specialize in testosterone replacement therapy, which is for people with low testosterone, to get your levels into normal range. Now, I'll kind of explain to you the difference between testosterone replacement therapy and anabolic steroid use for performance enhancement of things like bodybuilders, even some athletes, actually a lot of athletes. We'll get a little bit into that as well. So, without trying to get too complicated into the differences, the main thing about bodybuilders versus TRT is that bodybuilders will use several different types of anabolic steroids in very, very high levels, with other things too, like diuretics and other things that are just really crazy for your body in general. And I'm just trying to like keep this simple as possible. Whereas testosterone replacement therapy uses very, very, very low levels in comparison to bodybuilders, but very low levels of testosterone But one specific type of testosterone, which is identical testosterone, called, well, it comes in these things called esters, which basically has to deal with the half-life, how long it stays in your body, how long your body takes to break it down. But testosterone enanthate, testosterone cypionate are the two most popular usages, and they basically just give you small doses of it to get you into the normal or high normal range for your overall health. Now, the biggest thing about this, though, of testosterone replacement therapy, it literally replaces your natural production. So basically what happens is your testicles stop producing testosterone at all and start to shrink. So what happens with that is there are some long-term ramifications if you're on testosterone replacement therapy. It's pretty much a lifelong thing, and it's done via injections. The amount of injections varies depending on the deciding factor of your own treatment. You can do it once a week. You could do it once every 2 weeks, which is not advisable. And you can do it every other day or every day injections, which, I mean, the more you inject it, it gets very complicated, but to a degree, the more that you inject it, the better it is for you for several reasons. But I'm not going to get, again, too detailed into it. And I learned a lot of this stuff through a YouTube channel called More Plates, More Dates. So, as funny as that channel sounds, the guy Derek, he's actually the one that owns Marek Health. And I didn't even know that he owned Marek. Honestly, I had no idea. I didn't figure it out until, like, I had watched some of his videos, like, all the way to the end, and then he mentions sometimes he would have said my TRT clinic, but I didn't, realize that he owned it, I knew that he used it, but I didn't know that he owned Marek. So anyway, more plates, more dates, and he's very much into the pharmacology side of things. He stays up to date with, like, most recent studies and things that are very, very important for understanding your overall health. So I ended up going to Marek and getting more blood work done with them this time, and their blood work is even more detailed and comprehensive than my recent blood work that I did with my doctor. So I got all this blood work done, and they also have a more sensitive version of testing for testosterone levels in your blood, and my results came back 338, and this is fasting in the morning. Like, I did everything right. So now my testosterone levels are like almost 100 nanogram per deciliter lower than they were last time. So it's just like it's been steadily dipping, even though I've pretty much optimized my own health. So I continued with Marek, and I decided to visit with one of their specialists and get a recommended treatment plan for what they think is going to work for me. Now, the whole entire time going through my head is, oh my gosh, like, I'm going to have to get on testosterone. Like, even at very low levels, it's like, it's such a big life choice. It's very, very much a big decision. Even TRT, people act like TRT is not a big deal. Testosterone replacement therapy is still a big deal. It has a serious effect on your body, okay? And it's not a decision to be made lightly. Even, like I said, at super low levels, under the supervision of professionals, you still have to be extremely, extremely careful with how you're doing it and the effects that it has on your body, because everybody has different reactions to it. So I saw their specialist, and I was really nervous. I was afraid, honestly, a little bit that I was going to have to be on TRT, even though it was going to make me feel better. It also prevents you from being fertile, pretty much. It causes infertility because you also stop producing sperm cells. However, you can do a like supplemented therapy with a chemical called HCG to try and keep your sperm count high enough to where you remain fertile while on TRT, but it's also expensive. It's more injections as well. So again, like injecting yourself and what they call it pinning, like, stabbing yourself with a needle all the time, like that's a commitment, and not everybody could even do that. Some people can't do needles at all. So I had my meeting with them and I explained to them, you know, my concerns. Like, I'm not sure that I think TRT is my best option. If that's what you guys think is best, of course, I'm going to try it. What is this lady doing? Stupid. It's okay, go ahead. But yeah, like, I was afraid that I was gonna have to do TRT, and I talked to them. You know, I told them my concerns, that I don't know that I want to be infertile, and I don't know about injecting HCG and TRT all the time. And basically the treatment plan that we came up with involves 3 things. Well, first of all, you have to understand too that my cholesterol was also a little bit on the high side. Nothing crazy, but it was slightly elevated. And if it's already elevated, you want to be outside of the range to even being close to elevated, right? So I'm going to be doing like a pill called a lipo capsule, and that's for my cholesterol levels. A vitamin D, vitamin K supplement, which is pretty self-explanatory because I did have a not low vitamin D, but like low normal. So again, that's something that can help you with energy and everything. So I'm doing vitamin D, and then I'm taking a DHEA slow release capsule. DHEA is a hormone that it gets really complicated to get into, but it's another hormone, and that should also help because my DHEA levels were also not optimal, but they were good, they just weren't optimal. And then for the testosterone, I'm taking something called N-clomiphene. So a lot of people take Clomid or clomiphene and have taken that for a little while. N-clomiphene is part of what's in clomiphene, because clomiphene is N-clomiphene and zooclomiphene combined, I believe in 70-30 ratio, something like that. So clomiphene had a lot of bad side effects, and from what I understand, again, I don't know 100%, and I'm not 100%, you know, an expert in this in any way, shape, and form. And the zooclomiphene portion was more associated with the side effects, so just isolating the N-clomiphene in a monotherapy application seems to have better results. And basically what it does is it tricks your system into creating its own natural testosterone on its own. Now, that's a very, very dumbed down, layman's terms explanation. If you guys want a video of like the more complicated explanations of all this, I can get more into the complicated side of things and more detailed, but I'm trying to just kind of curb it so that it's more for like a general audience, so I don't like confuse people, or, you know, because then they'll just go, I don't understand any of this, and click the video off. So basically it tricks your body into making its own natural testosterone. Obviously anything that's too good to be true is, so there are some caveats to it. You can't do it long term. So pretty much it's like I could be taking this just until I start to have kids or whatever, and I'm done having kids and I'm ready for TRT. It's pretty much, you know, it's like a band-aid. Let's just say it's like that. It's like a band-aid. It's not a long-term solution or anything. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I haven't started the treatment yet. I'm still waiting on the medication to arrive. Once I start it, I'll probably be updating my channel just with, like, you know, where I'm at, and I might do like a transformation video and just kind of show you guys like photos of like my progression and show some blood work and things like that. And again, if you want some like really detailed information on this, I could make a whole video where I'm sitting down at the computer and just go over everything in detail with you guys. Special thanks to Marek Health and Derek from More Plates, More Dates. He's a really, really intelligent guy, and he's helped me on my journey and kind of led me along the way here. So I think it's pretty awesome, and I'm excited to see where my treatment goes. You know, if I don't respond well to the enclomiphene, you know, there's always TRT and HCG still. It's just it's a process, and we got to see what happens, you know. I think the process with Marek has been very smooth and professional, and I would recommend them to anybody. As of right now, I don't have any complaints. I'm actually really happy that we came up with the solution of enclomiphene instead of just hopping straight into TRT, because I did have some reservations. So that's about it. I just thought I'd let you guys know, like, you know, that's kind of what I've been dealing with. So I've not been focused as much on motovlogging. I haven't ridden in like 2 or 3 weeks. Like, the KTM still has some more work to be done to it. I've just put everything kind of on the back burner and tried to focus on my health more. I only worked a 4-hour shift today, so I was like, you know what, let's go out for a ride, let's do some vlogging, let's go have some fun and just get out and ride around and kind of not even care, you know. I don't like this whole entire route. I haven't even had any of this planned. I've just been zooming along, just talking, kind of zoned out, honestly, which is a bad thing. I don't usually do that when I motovlog. I try and still focus on my riding, because you can get easily distracted and end up in a pretty bad scenario. So thank you guys for listening. Comment with any questions or suggestions if you've been through something similar, or if you have any history with hormone issues. Even if you're a woman and it's not just testosterone related, I'm down to hear your stories. Maybe I'll even like feature them or something in my video if I do a breakdown. Let me know what you guys think, what you guys want, and what I should do in terms of like future videos regarding any of this. If you guys don't want to hear about it anymore, that's fine. I just needed to get out and talk about it and just, you know, find that that mental clarity that only two-wheel therapy can give. So thanks for watching, everybody. I'm just going to continue my ride, zoom around Palos Verdes a little bit up here, enjoy the view, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace, peace.